What is it that calls you to nature? Is it the crickets sounding off in the early morning, the owls hooting in the night, or the ants you track from inside your house to the cracks on the sidewalk? Who calls you to nature? Is it your fourth grade teacher who brought you outdoors for science, the wildlife biologist at the local zoo, or the forest firefighter you've been watching on the news? Whatever the reason, you are here. Or maybe here, or even here, participating in the NAAE conference virtually due to COVID-19. Though the reasons we may be called to nature vary, our purpose is similar: to create a more equitable and sustainable world. Thank you for joining me today to learn about opportunities to connect young people to nature and help them discover career pathways to make meaningful change towards our shared environmental and sustainability goals. That pathway being green jobs. My name is Rachel Lang, and I am the manager of education products at Project Learning Tree, an environmental education nonprofit that provides curriculum and professional development to educators across the United States, Canada, and abroad. I am based out of the National Project Learning Tree office in Washington, D.C. I am honored to share with you today that I am also part of this year's EE 30 Under 30 cohort. Thank you to NAAE. For this bright spot, I will share with you a bit about my own pathway to become an EE professional and share some tools that you can use to introduce young people to a variety of green jobs. By the end of this session, I hope that you will feel confident to be able to describe the value of teaching about green jobs, experience the PLT Find Your Green Jobs personality quiz, and detail tools that can introduce young people to green jobs. Why green jobs? PLT defines green job as any job that supports or restores the environment, contributing to a more sustainable world. A green job is not something that only directly involves renewables, green tech, or even the outdoors. Green jobs incorporate a variety of career paths, including well-known jobs like forestry, but also jobs on the periphery, like business management, education, policy, and more. Defining green jobs in this way is not only allowing us to acknowledge the variety of professions that contribute to the green sector, but also create opportunities for young people to find fulfilling and meaningful career paths. Green jobs are growing. This graph illustrates just how much growth is projected for the green sector. You can see that in 2017, there were approximately 10 million green jobs available worldwide. By 2030, that number is expected to increase sixfold. That equates to approximately 60 million new green jobs in this sector, meaning we need to start preparing the next generation to fill these jobs today. How do we engage the next generation to help them find connections to nature? Think back to where we started. About what and who calls you to nature? Can you recall the moments or the series of moments that led you to your vocation? How did you know this career was right for you? Was there someone who supported you along the way? Or perhaps you have learned about a different job today that you might have considered when you were starting your career, had you known it was an option. As a young professional myself, I am acutely aware of some of the missed opportunities there have been to learn about green careers. In fact, 10 years ago today, I would have never pictured myself in this field. Even though I had a deep connection to nature, growing up in Connecticut, often hiking a trail fondly known as Sleeping Giants with family and friends, I never learned about green jobs in school. I did not know that my connection to nature could lead to a career that is meaningful and also helps make a positive difference on the world. It wasn't until my first job, when I started working in the field of social work, a field that at the time vastly different than EE, that I had my aha moment. All the pieces came together. What I realized is that the intersections of our economy, social justice, and environment were so palpable. Communities deeply impacted by unemployment, violence, lack of housing, were disproportionately located in close proximity to unsafe natural environments due to toxins and other hazards which deeply impacted their health and well-being. Working and living in this community, I recall a visceral reaction. Something pulled me to this work, a voice that led me to become a sustainability steward and pursue my career in environmental education. As an educator, I feel a deep sense of responsibility to help build the next generation of environmental stewards, so to ensure that the disproportionate impacts of social and environmental injustice I observed as a social worker are not a threat to communities. Instead, we can collectively contribute to building a more sustainable and equitable world, plus fulfill the many jobs in the green sector that are projected to be available. Last year, Project Learnership published a new curriculum guide called Green Jobs: Exploring Forest Careers. This guide introduces a number of green jobs, specifically in the forest sector. Activities have learners research different forest sector careers to learn about what it takes to perform these jobs and the STEM and leadership skills needed to do so. As an extension to the guide, I co-created a new resource that helps young people match their personality type with relevant green jobs. PLT's Find Your Green Job Personality Quiz is a digital resource made directly for youth. Educators can assign access codes to students to be able to take the quiz. Students then visit a quiz portal and enter their personal code. They are then welcomed by name. They begin by answering a number of questions about their personal qualities that best describe them, such as valuing collaboration, teamwork, working with your hands, and even leading others. The quiz was based off Holland's personality theory, which includes 6 personality types: realistic, artistic, enterprising, investigative, social, and conventional. After answering the first set of questions, students are then asked to select adjectives that best describe them. Based on the students' answers, they will learn more about their personality type and the related green jobs that might suit them. Students get a glimpse into the possible careers that might fit them, maybe even suggesting a career they've never heard of. Once they receive their results, learners can dive deep into read more about the profession. There are 6 professions in each results. Students can also learn about the STEM skills related to those jobs, such as creativity, leadership, and communication. After completing the quiz, educators can gain access to download student results to share offline later. From the quiz, students can find their way to additional resources by visiting plt.org/workingforforests. There, students can learn about the benefits of green jobs, why green jobs matter, and discover 12 green job fact sheets on a variety of jobs. These online resources are especially valuable today at a time when connecting to nature is challenging. With the Green Jobs Personality Quiz and other PLT resources, we hope to be able to support your efforts to continue connecting youth to nature and discover green career pathways. I often wonder, where would I be today if I had known about green jobs much earlier? If EE had been something I was exposed to at an early age? Perhaps the same place, but maybe I would have gotten there much sooner. As you reflect on the moments in your own life that have led you to where you are today, consider how you can contribute to the next generation and connect them to nature and discover green career pathways. I hope you will consider trying PLT's Green Job Personality Quiz today at plt.org/greenjobsquiz.